What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and Volvo fanatics also. This time it will be a technical video and I will talk about Volvo gearbox adaptation. Let's go. First of all, I have a facelifted Volvo XC60. It has 243,000 kilometers on the clock and a Tf80Sc gearbox. It could be also Tf81, Tf80 all-wheel drive. It doesn't matter, all of them are 6-speed. The situation is that client changed the gearbox oil and adaptation was resetted. It is the main mistake because you need to make an adaptation reset only before making a long adaptation when you're changing the hardware, hydraulics, torque converter or the gearbox. If not, you can change the gearbox oil and make an oxidation sensor reset, but not the adaptation reset. And now gearbox is not running smoothly and my target is to make better. I will try to do my best, but it will take a long time. So I will show you all the procedure from start till the end and I hope we'll have a good result. Let's go. First of all, you need the diagnostic equipment. I am using King Bolin, quite good. It could be Launch for older Volvos. It could be Vida for new one, V-Dash, and we are connecting it and we need to connect to the transmission module. Now I read the fault codes and erase them because I don't need diagnostics. After fluid change, you need to reset the transmission fluid change counter. You can do that. Okay. But the main mistake that most of mechanics making adaptation reset. You cannot do that if you're not making the long adaptation. I will now make a all procedure. Because of that, I'm resetting the adaptive valves. And I already made the reset of transmission oil, so I do not need to make it once again. And now, look, the main difference. How do you know that adaptation is engaged? I'm engaging the long adaptation. My temperature, operating temperature, must be from 65 to 110 degrees. It is better if gearbox is hotter, so my target temperature is about 100 plus. It is critical for gearbox operation and it is better for adaptation. Look, I'm starting the engine and now when the temperature will be 65, here will be written gearbox adaptation procedure. And now I need to drive for some time to reach 65 degrees and I will start my adaptation, but I like to make this procedure when gearbox is quite hot. So I will try to raise the temperature up to 100 degrees plus because the result will be better. You need summertime for that because now we have plus 25 and it is possible to reach 100 degrees or more. I will try. Let's go. So finally I reached the temperature I need and you see here is written adaptation procedure. Now I can disconnect my diagnostic equipment because I don't need it. And all information I need I will have on my dashboard. Now I will try to heat the gearbox more. Later on I will check the temperature and I will start my adaptation procedure. The result I need is to make gearbox operation more solid and more smooth. We're talking about accelerating and decelerating, also engagement from parking to drive, from parking to reverse, and also one more very important thing, if you're going in heavy traffic, going slowly in the city, engagement from neutral to drive, it goes automatically. When you depressing the brake pedal, drive engages. When you press the brake pedal, neutral engages. And sometimes there's also could be a problem. I will show you. Finally, I have 95 degrees. It is a good temperature to proceed. I'm not started yet. So let's go. step by step. First of all, you need to engage the drive, and I need to go slowly as much as I can, not raising the RPMs, to go from the first gear to the sixth gear and from the sixth back to first gear. I will show you now, and car will tell me where is the problem and where is not. Look. I am making all these procedures not at the Autobahn because of the traffic. I'm going outside the city, and every time driving, driving and driving. So drive engaged, let's go. You will see where gearbox is adjusted. Now anywhere. I just started. Now I am on fourth gear. Maybe I need to go a little bit slower also. As lower RPM as I can. Okay, I reached sixth gear, and now I need to go back to the first gear. As you saw, everything is bad right now, so I will adaptate now in low RPM and low speed, and a little bit later I will show you the result. So it took me some time. I mounted the camera to my steering wheel, and I can show you the result on low RPM and low speed. You see, every time gear changes, adaptation shows me is it adapted or not. First is okay, second is okay, third is adapted also. I am going slowly, you see. Fourth is okay also. Sometimes it is written that it is not adapted, but it is not the problem, because during the last acceleration maybe it was adapted. So my target is to get the result of all the gears, not in one process from accelerating to decelerating. Now I'm slowing down, and I need the same information that gear is adapted. Oh, you see, third, okay, second, okay, I am stopping, okay, and the same once again, from first till sixth and going back. Every time it is going better and better. For sure, you cannot feel it on the video, but the car is running more smooth for sure. Hope you understood the principle. I will now finish my adaptation on lower RPM and lower speed, and later on I need to go up, up and up to 2500 RPMs. It will be a more aggressive way of driving. It will be faster, so keep in mind that you need to find the highway to go legally. And after that, adaptation disengages, because there are no need to adaptate it on higher RPM, because we have more RPM, more gearbox RPM, more oil pressure, more speed, more torque, and these gearboxes runs really smooth on high RPM. Our main target is to make it comfortable in the city conditions, when you're going start-stop, when it is hot, when you're going in traffic. So this is adaptation. So now I will go faster, faster and faster. I will not film it, and I will come back in a moment when I make different procedures, what I need to do with this adaptation. Stay tuned. Keep in mind that I made thousands of adaptations in about 15 years, and every gearbox is a different story. This one is not so bad for sure, not worst I had, and it'll be okay. But one more important thing, most of old Volvos has one more problem, the engine mounts. They could be in a good shape and mechanics cannot tell you that you need to update them, but they are just too old, and you have that feeling when you're pressing the accelerator, not changing the gear, and the car makes boom, 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 boom. And people think that it is a problem with the gearbox, but no, you just need to update the engine mounts. This car also has this problem. Overall, it could help. Sometimes, for sure, there are problems with the gearbox and we cannot do nothing. You just will pay for the adaptation procedure because you're paying for our time. It takes time. Oh shit, the camera fell down. So the best thing you can do for this Aisin Tf80 is adaptation. You cannot repair it, it will be not a good result, it costs a lot, and after some time you will have same problems. The older gearboxes, Aisin Aw55-50, really repairable and it is costless. Newer gearboxes, 8-speed, really bulletproof, and what is that? Fucking schmucking. And sure, no need to adaptate them. So if your gearbox is running not very smooth, please do not search for repairing companies. Just make an adaptation. In most cases, it will help really. That's it. And now last thing, what we need to adaptate. It is the standstill and neutral to drive engagement. For example, if we are in hot traffic during the daytime, we're standstill, we are pressing the brake pedal, we are depressing it, and car starts to move on idle, but not very smooth. So we need to go very slowly, firmly press the brake pedal. We need to stop, push the brake pedal hardly, and wait until the dash shows us that it is adapted. Later on, we release the brake pedal, and if car runs smoothly on idle, it's okay. If not okay, please do that procedure once again. Look. I'm going slowly, 20 kilometers per hour is enough, and I'm pressing the brake. I will stop and press the brake harder. And I need to wait. It must be okay, I think. Yes, it took about 15 seconds because the gearbox is in a good shape. Now I'm releasing the brake and the car moves. Perfect. Once again, I will stop. I will press the brake harder. I will wait and it will show me that it is adapted. So it's more or less everything I want to show you. Hope you understood that adaptation process. If you have some questions, please write down in the comments below. I will answer you. And what I need to do now is to cool down the car because gearbox is overheated, engine also really hot. So in 1.5 hours I will test the car in different conditions, and later on I will give it back to the client. I think he will replace the engine pads, and really nice cool car, and it will go a lot of kilometers. One more important thing. After this procedure, it is permitted to reset the adaptation. If someone makes it, you will need to make this long adaptation procedure once again. Also, what about oil change? Sometimes I think if gearbox works not very smooth, you can do that, but I think if it is okay, let it be. Just make an adaptation and drive. But if you're changing the gearbox oil, please use the magnet and do not do it by yourself. Sometimes it sucks. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, comment and subscribe my channel, Fino Garage, and I hope to see you very soon. Bye bye.